take a look in this particular bin. This is bin C. I last fed this on the 25th, exactly a week ago. I did give it a large feeding, so I'm very curious to see how much of that they ate. I had initially put in large raw stalks of broccoli, and I decided to, right after the filming of the feeding last week, I decided to actually take them out, clear them off, and freeze them and see if they would do any better after having been frozen. I don't have anything to feed this bin because I anticipate that they will have not eaten everything. There's a lot of little gnat-type creatures. They aren't. Now that I look at them, they're not fruit flies, but they are these little gnats that do a lot more of walking, and they're very easy to kill than they do flying. They can fly, but they kind of scurry around the bin. I don't know what these critters are, but there's a lot of them in this particular bin. So let me get the bedding off. If anybody knows what they might be, I would appreciate that. If you could throw that up in the comments. Yeah, see them all there. They're just kind of scurrying around the bin, and they're very easy to squash. Alright, so over here, on this side of the bin, is where we have last week's feeding. So we've got some worms sleeping on the coffee filter. Come on, guys. Alright, you can hang on there if you like. A lot of activity in here. You haven't eaten much of this banana. Maybe that's because I disturbed them. Yeah, so I don't anticipate giving them another feeding for a bit. Yeah, there's still a fairly large portion of this apple. Oops, sorry, buddy. They're getting into the broccoli. They're not really devouring. It looks like they ate a little hole through it so far. They're just starting to get into it. There's that grapefruit rind. Kind of peel. Apple, maybe. Some kiwi. You know, the fact that I can still tell what these food items are. Wow, look at that guy. He's like in the grapefruit rind, and then the rest of him is coming out the other side. That is so neat. Yeah, there's still a lot of uneaten food in here, so we are not going to feed this bin this week. We're going to wait. Oh wow, here's that other big piece of broccoli. They're on it. They're definitely on it. Oops. And of course, I'm in here disturbing them while they're trying to eat. Yeah. Sorry guys, you're not getting a feeding. So I'm going to replace all their food. A couple of worms getting into that mango peel. I always expect when I throw food into a worm bin that they'll eat it as if you were throwing a piece of meat into a piranha tank or something like that. That would be really neat. Alright, so I'm going to re-bury this in the same spot. A lot of uneaten food over here. And just leave these guys be for another week. I might poke around in the spot where the older feeding was. Over here. Spin that around so you can see it better. They were fed back here. I started over here and then migrated their food over to this side. Let's see if there's any old food scraps over here that they've gotten into. Yeah, it looks like the majority of the worms have moved over to where the food is. All the scraps are gone. Cool. I do have this toilet paper tube in there, and I've noticed a few worms taking up residence inside all the little crevices inside here. I picked it out the other day when I was putting the refrozen broccoli stems back in here, and there were a couple of them hanging out. You could see their tail ends hanging out of this little worm condo. Alright, so I guess I don't need to mark the spot where I had been feeding because there's nothing left over there. Alright, we're doing good as far as moisture levels. Excellent. The only problem in here are these little walking gnats. I don't know what they are. Alright, so I'm going to cover these guys back up. Not give them a feeding. And we'll check in next week. I did pick up this interesting item. Sometimes I dumpster dive at work. They often have these interesting pieces of really thick cardboard. And I'm curious to see if I can do anything as far as worm feeding. This is a piece of packing material that would be like on a corner of a an appliance to kind of cushion it. Instead of using styrofoam, they've switched to these cardboard pieces. So I have 2 of these, and I'm wondering if I can somehow feed it to the worms. Like put some food in here, or put some food on the bottom of the bin and put this on top of it, see if they chew their way through. So I don't know. If you have any suggestions, feel free to throw them in the comments. I might use this as an experiment in a bin, a new bin. Just throw it in there, put some food underneath it, see what happens. So, alright, we're going to close this bin up, leave the worms alone for the night, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.